Hi everyone, and welcome to the match Bitbots versus Unbeatables. Oopsie. Um, I failed a little bit. Let me correct that. um, I failed to switch the text of the first slide. Welcome to our stream. Yesterday's stream against IT Androids was a bit not so exciting for the Bitbots, or it was exciting, but our performance was a bit degraded. But let's have a look at this stream. I haven't looked at the results yet. This is a replay from the simulation, and we have two guests. Jan and Deborah joined me.
Hello.
Oh.
And yeah, I think let's start watching the game.
Yeah, let's start. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And there it goes.
It's moving already.
Yeah, the robot is moving. Nice. I think you switched your walking. You said that a few days ago.
I think they turn it back to the previous one.
Oh, okay.
They are using the first walking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're doing nothing in the initial position because the time is not running now, and yeah.
It was not supposed to be walking, but it's good to see it walking, even though.
Yeah, at least it's moving. Still could be that we're just standing at the sideline for 20 minutes. Oh, and our robot is moving too. So, kind of a relief here at our side, I think. Yeah. Jan is also from the Bitbot, so. Yeah. Oh, we fell down? Oh no. Hopefully we kept our localization. Yesterday it was an issue and we debugged it a bit later, and it wasn't an issue of our localization actually, but an issue of our odometry that was like not able to keep up for reasons we don't know yet, and due to high system load it was like lagging behind, and so we thought we were not walking, but actually we were, and so we lost track of our position quite quickly. Oh, and this Darwin is standing up. Nice.
Darwin is playing.
Yeah, I think it goes for the ball. It looks like it.
Yeah.
I think there was much progress over the last week for many teams. I've seen large improvements, like teams that were just standing at the sideline in the beginning and then scoring goals afterwards. Yeah.
It seemed like Unbeatables wanted to move to the center circle to make themselves ready.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Little circles, but
I think he's just crazy.
Do you have a localization?
No,
Okay.
do not.
Yeah, I hope we are still online because my stream on my phone is lagging. But oh no, it's back there. Maybe just my phone connection was just bad. We switched a bit our strategies. You can see this here. If the enemy team has kickoff, we're like placing ourselves much further into the field because our next game is against Starkid and they have a huge kick, and we don't want that Starkid kicks behind us because it's much slower to walk like backwards and around the ball and stuff like that. And so we place ourselves further back during the kickoff. I'm also kind of relieved to see that our localization is working, because I did like a small fix, and I really hope that it doesn't break anything, and it seems like it's working fine.
Darwin is playing.
Yeah, I think it goes for the ball. It looks like it. Do you have a localization?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think now he sees the ball in the goal post.
Oh yeah, yeah, white, a little bit round. That could be. I'm also very much relieved that we are not seeing any balls in your Darwin, because normally we have
Oh
like
yeah, that happened.
we have like quite an issue with seeing balls inside of Darwins, which is like pretty strange. Our vision works like very good otherwise, but Darwin heads are like valid balls for him.
And that's good that it's not being kicked.
Yeah,
Not yet, at least.
yeah, not yet. Oh, maybe
Oh,
he sees it. Looks a bit like our strategy last year. We're just turning on the spot.
I think he lose the ball and then try to find it.
Yeah.
But the movement was adapted from the now's code, so I think that's why it's not working so well. Just like running
Ah.
circles, not actually looking for the ball.
Yeah. This was
Like,
quite
Do
a
you
harsh
know?
sidekick actually there from our side. We did it with the foot inside and not the front.
Do you know how the team detects the ball?
Hmm?
That was a question to Deborah. Do you know how the Unbeatables team detects balls on the image?
I think they are using another team code, the SPQR, the
Yeah,
one
from
from
the
Italia.
nose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
they are using Heart Cascade, I guess.
Yeah. Cascade of
Okay.
classifier. We did this too in the past when we were using Darwin's, I think. And yeah.
Yeah.
Jan, do you remember this legacy code folder in our vision? Um,
Mhm.
we have a cascade or had. I don't know if it's still there, but we had like a legacy code file for cascade classifiers there.
I think we have removed it a few months ago.
Yeah. But on the other hand, it's like this model based or kind of model based. I think maybe they're also learned in some way. I don't really know much about cascade classifiers, but I think they're definitely more efficient than the neural networks we use. So it makes sense on like a now or something like that.
Uh, there it goes again to the goalpost. It's falling in love.
Yeah.
But it's
Some other.
also
Yeah.
quite stable walking. Like
Yeah.
Ying just fell down once.
Yeah, it's doing its thing. And it's also standing reliably up, so. Oh, there's some Z buffer fighting on the Darwin. Do you see that?
No, on the
Sorry?
Discord stream, it's not visible for me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's not really a shame to kick goalposts because other world champion teams kicked penalty marks in recent years, so it happens.
So are we already working on a fix for the
Oh, what does our robot do there? No, yeah, we're doing it kind of. I spent like half the night yesterday, because yeah, I was late in bed because I had to pick up my stepsister at a party and drive her home, so I had a bit time, and I had a look at this whole issue, and I had some ideas, but I think everything seemed fine when I had the further look in it, but I was able to nail it down quite a bit using like I tried to reproduce it and I was able to reproduce this timing race condition thing, but in the end I was not able to see where the issue really was, because this whole thing should be kind of immune against like lower rates or inconsistent rates or so on, because it uses like the TF buffer and stuff like that. Yeah. So I haven't really seen the issue, but we have also some magic values in our odometry. I think most teams have, that were calibrated once, and I think the issue with them is a bit, maybe there is some bug somewhere and we fixed it like with magic values, and I don't really know. I also thought about rewriting the whole odometry.
We have used some magic numbers in it Android as well.
Oh yeah, the direction, right?
The odometry was really bad, and then we tried to tune it, and it's much better now.
Yeah.
But odometry is not a problem for Unbeatables, because they don't even use it.
Yeah. I also thought about replacing it as a hotfix with like our command velocities and some magic value that scales them, but that may be not the most optimal way to do it.
I don't think that we should do this for the next game.
No, I also think that this won't be an issue because Starkid has a very complex robot model, and so we don't have that much issues with low resources or harder time constraints. And the rest works fine, like the vision has like good enough FPS, the walking worked fine last game. It's just this damn odometry that keeps lagging behind. And only part of the odometry, that's the funny thing. This local movement, like this wiggling back and forth due to the feet and stuff like that you are like the sine curve, that's there. But it's not moving forward in the absolute frame. It's like thinking it's walking like forwards and backwards a bit. I think the halftime is finished. Yeah. But I was very impressed by this one IT Androids game I saw yesterday, where it was like pretty good with localization, and they scored I think 3 goals or something like that.
Yeah, but the localization was actually a magic thing.
Yeah, we had this last RoboCup where we walked in. We have a video of that because we mounted the GoPro onto the goal. I asked the referee if it's okay, and it was quite cool footage actually then. But we mounted this GoPro on the goal, and I have a video where the robot walks in and stays exactly at the correct position. And it was 100% dead reckoning. We had no localization, and it was just a huge amount of luck and some like fine tuning beforehand, where we like timed it how long should the robot walk to get there, and then we hard coded this, and it walked in pretty good actually. It was like scary. We could have fooled somebody that we have a localization.
If that reading was not so slow, it could like get in the field and make
Yeah.
some trouble for you.
Yeah, actually, like yes,
Those little baby steps.
yeah. Like, even though the IT Android robot is only a little bit bigger, it made much more trouble yesterday just by standing around the ball and stuff like that and
Yeah.
causing penalties.
Unbeatables team had the best defense against Star Kid so far
Really?
because yeah, like they were scored the less between among everyone, I guess. Like they just were scored 6 goals
Yeah.
because Darwins would see the ball and stand in front of this, and Star Kid wouldn't see it, so they would just be walking around.
Nice. Why did we stop? That was scary. There we go.
But Ethandroid's localization will be fixed for the next game,
Yeah.
so
Nice.
hopefully we win.
Yeah. Nice. That sounds good.
The Latin American like champion decision is a little bit tight. So
Yeah. Is it? Who's
yeah,
the second?
I think Faye is leading, and let me check. I'm not sure, but I think Faye is leading, and then if
RoboFi?
Androids win, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's they are so sorry. They're cool guys, but they are so lucky, really. They won like an
Yeah.
outside second place by coin flip, and now they haven't really connected to the game controller. I think they have done nothing, like not nothing, but they haven't actually moved inside the game. But they got a bunch
Yeah.
of goals because of own goals, and because, for example, we had like time constraint issues because the sim was faster, and so we scored no goal against them or one or something like
Yeah.
that, and it was actually it would be kind of funny if they were.
And let me check. I think they got the teams that were walking better and scoring better in the early championship. So
Yeah.
like you fixed your code to beat Unbeatables, and they didn't have this kind of problem.
Yeah.
So they are very lucky.
You mentioned it Android's fixed or will fix their localization, and do you know which team is the next opponent?
Let me check. There are so many teams that I'm following that I'm lost actually.
Yeah, I have a list.
Oh.
I have a list, but if I would open it,
Really?
it would show up on the stream. So, and it would maybe spoiler us with the end result of this game. So I keep it
Oops.
secret for a second. Noisy neighbors.
Just noticed I have to
It's
insert.
Nubots.
New ones. Ah, okay.
Ah,
I think that could be quite a cool match actually, because Nubots did something in the past and you did something in the past.
Yeah,
So I hope there are some goals in this match.
yeah. I think there will be. I'm very optimistic to this one.
Yeah.
But Darwin really loves the goal post and the net and everything.
Yeah, it's so nice and white. It's so nice white and black and like the. We had like issues with some corners in the past. If you looked on the lines in Weebots, on the field lines, at the specific angles, some of the corners would seem a bit ballish if they were very far away. So like it wasn't able to distinguish between a very small ball and this corner. And if you cropped it, it really looked kind of similar. It was scary. But I think we fixed it with our larger data set. But no issues with the Darwin helps there. Nice. I think the
I
dribbling
expected-
was a very good addition to our code. Good job, Mark.
I expected Darwin to go further in the field.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, my bet was 9-0.
Okay. I was quite pessimistic actually for this game. I think I betted like 5-0 or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, we have this kick tip, non-money betting game running currently. So, similar to the World Championship. Yeah. We are live for 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Nice. Yeah, in the past, a few years ago, we had like a very simple behavior because really nothing worked, and it was the German Open competition. And then I was like one night, fuck it, I rewrite the behavior in like the most dirty fashion I could imagine, but just to go to the ball and like kick it somewhere in the area of the goal. We haven't scored a goal with it, but it was like working actually better than I was expecting. And yeah, it was quite funny actually, and we have it flying around, and it's like we have a behavior, we have a backup behavior, and this is the backup behavior.
Hey, now we're officially in an explicit stream, probably.
Why?
Because you have used the F word.
Oh. Did I?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Now tries.
And there goes our monetization.
Which literally.
Yeah. I explicitly said it's not for children in the beginning. You're asked if you start a live stream if it's for which audience it
Oh.
is.
Okay. Interesting.
And yeah, it's actually quite interesting in YouTube. If your video gets labeled by YouTube as a video for children, and I think some anime YouTubers had the issue because it thought like, oh, it's a cartoon, so it must be for children, and so they got labeled as children content explicitly, and then you have a bunch of restrictions. It's like very hard, and your videos are not allowed to be played in like a miniature view, and you only get it in like the simplified UI, and you're not able to deactivate this as a creator. And also you have like no comments, and many other stuff is restricted that's normally quite important for YouTube. And I also think no monetization and stuff like that, but I'm not sure. Oh, do we get 12 goals? It would be a new
Yeah.
record for this competition.
Really?
Yeah. For us. And I also think as a whole, but I'm not sure. I think Darkest Max was 11 until now. But I have to look in the table. Oh, that's a
5
close.
seconds.
Oh, it's a close call. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And now we get into negative time because logically our robots need to walk backwards before the game finishes. Nice. So I think that's the final score, 0-12 for the Bitbots, and yeah, cool game. And as always, you didn't score any goals with the Unbeatables, but I'm still impressed because I think you had like a week for the motion stack and stuff like that, and was very tight schedule before the competition, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that was. They started this code like some weeks ago, and they tried to figure out how to do the motion for the robot, and they found a way for that.
Yeah.
And they tried to find a vision to use, and they even imported some basic, how do I say that? Basic behavior from their SPL code.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm very proud of them.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's really impressive that it works so far. Um,
Yeah. Actually.
Thank you, Flo, for streaming.
No problem. It's actually quite fun doing this. I like it a lot. Um, yeah. So I think
And
that's it for today's stream. I think tomorrow we have a stream against StarKid, probably. Maybe someone from StarKid will join us. I need to ask them. But I think that's a game I would like to look forward to. And it's simulated like in the night today for us Europeans. But yeah, I think it was quite fun actually. And yeah,
also, thank you, Deborah, for joining us and for being our guest.
Yeah, my pleasure.
oh, I'm
Thank
currently corrected. I think the game is at 6 o'clock p.m. today for Central European time. So maybe this works out. Yeah. But you should get notified if the stream is online. Maybe it takes longer to simulate or stuff like that. Yeah. Then, thanks for watching and bye bye.
Bye bye.